What's up, everybody? Welcome to Budgetcraft episode 5, and today we're going to be looking at Obstagoon. It was kind of a done deal, right? This is a bit of a dark type rampage we've got going on in a minute, so I wanted to focus on Glaring Obstagoon. He's a pretty cool Pokemon. He's generally got some pretty good stats, but it's sort of let down by the energy cost, the minimal damage output, to be honest, and the fact that there's a lot of Stage 1 VMAXs going around. But other than that, he can pretty much crush some matchups, especially Pikarom, so I thought Glaring Obstagoon was worth the shout out. Yeah, that was totally a pun from Tamed Shout. But anyway, Glaring Obstagoon, what do? On Tamed Shout, when you place Pokemon from your hand to evolve on your Pokemon, during your turn, you may put 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon, which is really nice. Obstruct does 90 damage for a single Dark and Colorless energy. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon. So this is a really powerful ability because essentially you can lock the opponent out of the game, which is it's pretty good. Like, I'm going to say now, it's pretty good. Unfortunately, Galarian Linui, I'm calling him Linui for now, but Linui doesn't do actually any ability damage counter spread, so it's not really a reprint of the Golbat Orb type, which is sad face, you know. I kind of like bats. It was a really fun deck. But here we have Galarian Linuni, 100 HP, 3 cost of 2. It's kind of what you expect from a stage 1 that evolves again. Night Slash, 20 damage, switches one of your bench Pokemon. It's actually quite a good attack. And of course, we've got Galarian Zigzagoon. Headbutt Tantrum, when you place Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, during your turn, you may put 1 damage counter on one of your opponent's Pokemon. So yeah, I think this deck gains a bit of steam with Scoop Up Net, which is coming out, but apart from that, it's generally not much to it. There's a 2-2 Cincino line in here. You might see Cincino in a lot of my upcoming decks because I definitely like Cincino Draw Engine. I think it's a lot cheaper than Jirachi on the most part, as well as, you know, it's pretty cool. Make Do, you must discard a card from your hand in order to use this ability, and once in your turn, you may draw 2 cards. So you can have 2 of these on the bench, use 2 of them at once, or, you know, just use Energy Assist. Energy Assist is a really nice attack, especially in this deck. Late game, it does 40 damage, and you can attach a basic Dark Energy to one of your benched Obstagoon or Zigzagoon. It's a pretty nice attack, actually, especially when we only play 11 energy in the deck. We also have 1 copy of my boy Ditto Prism, who can evolve into either a Cincino or a Linui. Note, it cannot be used to work county, which does kind of suck, but whatever. Lack of Rosa in this deck is also a bit of a sad face, but Rosa is like a really expensive card right now, so I'm not going to feature Rosa in this deck. Running 4 copies of Great Ball, 4 copies of Evolution Incense, and 4 copies of Quick Ball. That's a lot of draw. That's a lot of search draw, and we need to, because, you know, this guy needs to be set up quickly, and if he doesn't, then he's going to kind of suck pretty quickly. So, you know, it's a very powerful start with what we need. Also, you could play 4 Obstagoon. I think 3 is okay. Like, I get away with 3 most of the time, but 4, at one point I would say just cut an Ordinary Rod for a 4 Obstagoon. Probably should talk about the special attack that I've added in, Sableye. Sableye has Excavate. Once in your turn, you may look at the top card of your deck and you may discard it. And then Disable can just really give some decks a headache, like VMAXs relying on 1 attack, or, for instance, Zacian. I forgot his name for a second, how could you? Choose one of your opponent's stacks Pokemon's attacks, and they can't use that attack, so you can obviously force them to retreat, evolve, switch, what hey, and it's kind of nice just to stall for a little bit. Excavate's a really good early game ability because it means we can discard top card our deck and we don't have to use it. So, for example, if we don't want a Great Ball, we can get rid of it the next turn. If we don't want a Shrine because we're against VMAXs, then, you know, we can get rid of it. And, you know, I think that's really nice. 4 copies of Cynthia, 1 copy of Marnie, 2 copies of Copycat, because I like Copycat in this deck. And we have 2 copies of Bill's Analysis to hunt down those rare candies because, you know, we need to hit rare candies. Most of the time it's turn 2. If we can get Obstagoon off turn 2, then that's really good. We also have 2 copies of Air Balloon, just to retreat Cincino. It's nice to have. We also have 2 copies of Counter Gain. I used to play only 1, but I upped it to 2 because if you have more prize cards than many opponents, the attacks of this Pokemon is 1 colorless less, which I really like. So, you know, Obstagoon can just attack for a single Dark Energy and do 90 damage, which is fine, you know, it's nice. Also, you can attach it to Cincino, technically, and use Energy Assist for no energy, but I've never really had to do that, and I don't think it's necessary. Of course, you could even use that with Sableye, but these options mean you can attach an air balloon, and air balloon's nice. It's better than the switch in this deck because it's a permanent retreat. And other than that, in that very high-profile deck, repeating myself there. There's not really much else. Like, obviously, Bruising GX release Polka Doll if you have them, but the thing is with release Polka Doll is that Boss's Orders is pretty much going to be out within a week, I think, so, you know, I just didn't see the point in trading for 4 for release Polka Doll and buying 4 in. I just didn't think it was worth it, and the space is actually pretty tight. Drown Punishment is kind of a dying stadium at this point, which is really sad, because this is my favorite stadium in Standard. You could probably cut these with Radiant Forest. It would make a lot of sense, actually, since Dark Energy has to be found. Like, I can't emphasize enough. Like, if you want to play this deck with 15 Dark Energy, go ahead. Because, honestly, you need the Dark Energy. For a Quick Ball, like, you can't really compromise on the Incense or Quick Ball. Like, you do need to hit these Pokemon. So once you bear that in mind, it is a slightly, maybe more aggressive deck with the Untamed Shout, putting 3 damage counters in you. You're just going to try and spread damage around, snipe Jirachis, that kind of thing, snipe opponents' Diddums. Or Diddles. But yeah, that's pretty much Obstagoon. I hope you enjoyed this deck profile, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. As we're recording this, we are at 29 subs, so if we can reach 30, and then hit the next milestone, which is 40, and then after that 50, that'd be pretty cool. And yeah, guys, I hope to see you in our next video, and it's been Ep5 and Diddums waving goodbye. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.